The first time I invited Max over for dinner, I spent the entire afternoon making sure everything was perfect. My apartment, nestled in a quiet neighborhood of Charleston, had always been my sanctuary, and I wanted him to see the world I had carefully crafted for myself. I lit vanilla-scented candles, arranged fresh flowers on the dining table, and prepared my signature homemade soup, the same kind I had gathered ingredients for at the farmer's market when we first met. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a golden glow bathed my apartment in warmth. I adjusted the throw pillows on my couch, ensuring everything felt inviting. When the doorbell rang, a small flutter of excitement and nerves danced in my stomach. I took a deep breath and opened the door to find Max standing there, holding a bottle of wine and a charmingly sheepish smile.
Wow,
He said, stepping inside.
this place is incredible. It feels so you.
His words sent a warmth through me that rivaled the candlelight flickering in the room. He took in the family photos on my walls, the books stacked neatly on the coffee table, and the small herb garden on my balcony. I had never been one to invite people into my space easily, but with Max, it felt natural. I wanted you to see where I feel safest, I admitted, leading him to the dining table. Max settled in comfortably, and we soon fell into an easy rhythm. Between sips of wine and spoonfuls of soup, we talked about our families, childhood memories, and the little things that made us who we were. I told him about my mother's love for cooking, how she had passed down her favorite recipes to me, and how every dish I made carried a piece of home. Max listened intently, his gaze warm and understanding.
I can see how much home means to you.
He said, twirling his spoon in his hands.
It's beautiful, the way you create this space of comfort and warmth. It's rare.
His words struck a chord deep within me. Being a Cancer, my home was my heart. It was a place of refuge, of memories, of quiet moments that mattered. And here was Max, appreciating every bit of it. After dinner, we moved to the balcony, where the soft hum of Charleston's evening life filled the air. The stars were bright, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of the nearby jasmine blooms. I pulled a blanket around my shoulders, and Max, without hesitation, draped an arm around me. It was a simple gesture, but it spoke volumes.
I could stay here forever.
He murmured, his voice low and sincere. A small smile played on my lips as I rested my head against his shoulder. For the first time in a long while, I felt a deep sense of belonging, not just within my home, but with someone who truly saw me. And for a Cancer like me, that meant everything. The night continued with soft laughter and whispered stories under the Charleston sky. The air carried the scent of salt from the nearby harbor, mingling with the floral sweetness of the jasmine. We talked about dreams, fears, and the unknown paths our lives could take. Max shared stories of his childhood adventures in the mountains of Colorado, the crisp air, the thrill of climbing heights and looking down at the world below. I, in turn, spoke of my deep attachment to the ocean, how I found peace in the rhythmic crashing of waves, in the way the tides spoke in a language only the moon could understand. Hours passed like fleeting moments, and I realized that for the first time in years, I wasn't thinking about how this could end. I wasn't guarding my heart as fiercely as I usually did. I was simply enjoying the present, soaking in the warmth of Max's presence, the easy cadence of our conversation, and the comfort of knowing that I didn't have to hide my true self. As the city lights dimmed and the night stretched on, I found myself hoping, perhaps for the first time in a long while, that this wasn't just another fleeting connection. That maybe, just maybe, this was something real.